Well, the Rare Books collection really began with a donation to the library right at the beginning of its history in 1882 from Sir George Grey. Lots of topics, languages, the highlights in terms of literature, art, but also science, because he was interested in science. So it's European largely, but not completely. But it did also include medieval manuscripts, which predate printing, and then subsequently people added to that collection. I think I might open the boxes and then put them on their cushion. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky. It's not a clear distinction what a rare book actually is. It's to do with how many of them there are and whether anybody cares about it. It isn't common to have a rare books collection, I think I'd say. They are often in academic institutions or in national institutions. It's much rarer to have a rare book collection in a public library which is open to all members of the public. There's a variety. There's both the glamorous, luxurious productions and the almost so ordinary that they've disappeared productions. It's a fascinating collection. I've known it all my working life and I still don't know bits of it. So there's always more to learn. You have to know about them in context, I think. If you just look at them as you might look at a current book as a container for information, you're going to miss the point of them, really. A real enjoyment of what they physically are and the way you handle them and what they look like and the smell of them and the paper. But I also like knowing where they fit into the scheme of things, the sort of historical context, and I guess that's my history training coming to the fore, how they fit into the world, really. We had a number of new staff in our department for whom the Rare Book collection was a complete mystery. And so I started off thinking that this was could be a good way of training people, and that was what my original thought was, that informal talks, once every 2 weeks, and I'd get out a few books and we'd have a look at them. I was really trying to make people feel comfortable with them. I wanted to enjoy it, I want other people to enjoy it. I didn't want the collections to be thought of as something to frighten new staff, because rare books can be treated with a sort of degree of reverence which isn't always all that helpful. You want them to be well looked after, but you do want people to understand enough about them to think that they're worth having. I feel in a way I'm a lay person sharing it with lay people, really. I don't pretend to be an expert, but I just wanted people to know a bit more about them and find them as interesting as I do, really. But I'm also pleased for the books because I don't want to leave the collection stranded, as it were. I want people to care about it and I want people to use it and I want people to enjoy it. If people can enjoy it, then it's got a long life ahead of it.